Dodgers have made 2 trades to get infielders. They obviously have never recovered from the spring training knee injury that wiped out the season for Gavin Lux. They've tried a lot of different guys at short. They're being very ineffective in terms of what they're doing at second base. In fact, they sent the rookie Miguel Vargas back to AAA already. The Dodgers trade for utility man Kiki Hernandez. He comes back from the Red Sox in a deal for a young minor league relief pitcher, Nick Robertson. Hernandez can play a whole pile of positions. He's kind of a Chris Taylor type player. Then they make a more significant trade, which really surprised a lot of people. They traded for the starting shortstop of the Indians, Amed Rosario, once red-hot prospect with the New York Mets. He was part of the Francisco Lindor Cleveland New York Mets deal a couple years ago. Rosario has hit pretty well. He's hitting .265 this season, which is less than he hit the last couple of years. Pretty athletic guy, played really well defensively at shortstop. He's kind of lagged a little bit defensively this year. But the Dodgers get this guy who's, granted, he can be a walk free agent at the end of the season, but the guy's been productive. And all it cost him is Noah Syndergaard. And there was nothing that led you to believe Syndergaard could ever be what Thor was when he pitched for the New York Mets. That to me seems to be an awful lopsided trade on behalf of the Dodgers to get Rosario. You put Rosario in a lineup with Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts and J.D. Martinez, he's probably going to hit back to where he hit before. And the other thing, so they've made 2 trades, and they haven't moved any of their kid pitchers yet. Mm-hmm. So there's still the ability to maybe go get a starting pitcher to plug in here, whether it's a 2-month rental or it's the right to get a guy to sign the guy to an extension, because I think everybody would want to stay with the Dodgers. So they still have all their young blue chip pitching prospects, and one of those chips could be used as trade bait to go get somebody else, a starting pitcher, to plug into what right now is a rather wafer thin rotation. So Andrew Friedman has a history of making deals, some big, some small. Obviously, the huge deal for Max Scherzer 2 years ago woke everybody up. And, of course, prior to that, the Dodgers made blockbuster deals with Mookie Betts and Adrian Gonzalez. You recall all that with the Boston Red Sox, et cetera. So Dodgers, they still got the bargaining chips, and they could take one out of their pocket probably in the next 48 hours and go get another pitcher. Response?
Well, we've been talking about how they need pitching. So I was surprised to get 2 shortstops. I mean, so Vargas gets sent down to AAA. Has there been other problems in their middle infield that they need defensive players, or are they looking at them more for their bat?
I think they're looking more for them at the bat. They made the deal in spring training to get Rojas from the Miami Marlins, and he had a good history, Gold Glove, and did hit well in seasons. Hasn't hit worth a lick at Dodger Stadium. So I think he becomes a utility guy with Kiki Hernandez. But there's no doubt that Rosario is a cut above anything that's been at shortstop since Gavin Lux went down. Okay, from